In the last episode of this series, I entered an abandoned house to take a tour. I couldn't stop myself from explaining a little bit about the traditional elements of architecture here and some old building techniques, like the small windows above the doors, environment-friendly courtyards, beautiful handmade chair, and wall recesses. Then there was a little explain about achieving the privacy in design in old traditional community style of living. I moved to next house, which was much bigger and has a lot to see. I found some evidence of the story behind the name Ghost Town. Then it was time to relax a little bit and enjoy my juice break at the courtyard under the shadow. Filming some details of these antique buildings here was a new experience for me. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was the perfect way to end the episode. Now this is something unique and very beautiful. This is very, very original, very, very traditional. I guess this is one of the oldest buildings here. It is made by pure stone. Very traditional way of building. It still have the wooden door frames and the wooden lintels. When you see something like that, that means it is very old. I think this is belongs to hundreds of years ago, where no concrete was there. The whole place here looks very ancient, and it has buildings from different generations. If we quickly compare this one on the right to this one on the left, this is made by concrete. It does carry the same principles. It has small opening on top of the doors, but the doors here has concrete structure. It has concrete lintel and concrete sides, and the whole building is made by concrete. Here we have doors, and on the top of the doors there is these small openings, and there is the lintels. Most of the lintels are made by wood. There is no concrete structure here. Maybe this one is just for maintenance. You can see the shape of the opening on the top. It has this arc shape comparing to the other one, which is squarish but still beautiful. So let's see what's inside here. The inside is like the outside, very old, very traditional. We have no roof. I think the roof was lost by the weather conditions, not maintained. Let me show you a very old and ancient building technique here. As you can see here, the stones were built not horizontally, not vertically. They were made like tilted this way in zigzag way, and there is a very important reason for this. This kind of structure can survive from the earthquakes. So when the earthquake is happening and it is shaking the building like this, so it doesn't break this, because these are made in opposite ways. So wherever the shaking is going, this will give some kind of smoothness with the movement of the earth, and it will not break and fell down. So that's why this wall, I think, still remaining until now. So now we came to the part where everything is getting developed and renovated. This is the signboard of the project here. It says the project of developing Jazirah Alhamra, and it's by Department of Antiques and Museums. So this part here is taken care of, and the project is to convert it to a heritage village. Let's see what's inside. Everything is getting restored here. Work is taking place. Laborers are here. I saw this like 2 years ago. This mosque is one of the most beautiful buildings here. Look at how beautiful it became. As I read, they are doing the kind of market, the traditional souk here, which has some shops. This is going to be beautiful, I guess, when it's operated. They kept the same principle, columns roofed by small roof like a corridor, and the wooden doors, the same principle, and this is, I think, how it should be. We have something interesting here, an old Land Rover. How beautiful is this? It is part of the ancient spirit here. I think this is the second generation, if I'm not wrong. Second generation Land Rover Defender. I think it wasn't called Defender that time. This is ancient now. We have a classic boat right here, historical boat, and historical toy. Oh, how beautiful is this? By the end of my tour in this place, I was wondering if this has anything to do with overland. For a second, I was not sure, but when I give it a second thought, yes, it is for sure. This was kind of a little discovery for something undiscovered, at least for me. I believe discovering and knowing more about locations and history behind them is a major part of overland. I think it's not always about wheels, fridges, suspensions and all kind of equipments. These might be just tools for achieving something, so pick your something and go for it. Please let me know about your thoughts in the comment box. If you like this series so far, please don't leave before clicking on subscribe button.